Songs for Sale. Yes, from the CBS Playhouse on Broadway in the heart of Tin Pan Alley, it's Songs for Sale. The big chance for unknown songwriters to have their tunes presented to all of America by the outstanding entertainers of the music world. Tonight's guest singing stars are Nat King Cole and Eileen Barton. Music by Ray Bloch and his orchestra, dancing by Stanton and Lester. And now, here's the star of our show, Steve Allen.
We're going to bring out our judges who will comment on and judge the amateur songs this evening. First, an old friend of the Songs for Sale family, a dynamic song stylist, also the composer of many hit tunes like Lament to Love, Stranger in Town, County Fair, many more. An old high school chum of mine, and you see him on his own CBS show every afternoon. Here is Mel Torme. Next, one of the most important guys in the music business. He's a publisher. He's the general manager for Famous Music Corporation and Paramount Music Corporation. He publishes, just to mention a couple of the hundreds of songs, publishes to each his own, Golden Earrings, Buttons and Bows, and Mona Lisa. Here is Eddie Wolpin. Now, the third popular humorist and songwriter who contributed the word yucca-puck to the national language, here is Morey, Amsterdam. Now it's time to hear from our first amateur songwriter of the evening. And here to offer his song for the critical appraisal of our panel of experts is a gentleman from Little Rock, Arkansas. His name is Winston Tharp, and here he is. Welcome to Songs for Sale, and good luck with your song tonight.
Thank you very much.
That's fine. It's a very nice-looking tune. Let's talk about your composing. How do you get your ideas for songs?
Well, I used to get a lot of my ideas coming home from work at night.
Uh-huh. What's your job?
I used to be a tax collector down in Arkansas, but I've just been transferred up here.
You've been transferred up here?
That's right.
You got everything there was down there, is that
it?
That's right. What part of Arkansas did you work in?
In the Ozarks.
Hey, that's real backwoods, isn't it?
Yeah, I often collected taxes from people who were barefoot.
Sounds like they already paid. Did you ever have any unusual experiences as a tax collector down in Arkansas?
Well, one time I tried to collect some taxes from a butcher.
Mm-hmm.
We started to argue about how much he owed me. He chased me down the street with a meat cleaver.
He's probably trying to split with you or something. Well, Winston, tell us about the song that you brought tonight. What's the name of it?
It's a little novelty song called Playing Games with Me with a lot of kid expressions in it.
Uh-huh. How'd you happen to write this thing?
Well, several seasons ago, I worked in a department store as a Santa Claus. That gave me the idea.
You were a Santa Claus with that southern accent?
I sure was.
Kids probably thought you came from the South Pole or something. How did you like being a department store Santa Claus, Winston?
I liked it, but it was real strenuous. There are always so many kids waiting there to talk to you.
I know what you mean. I was in a store the other day. There was a tremendous lineup of kids to see Santa Claus, hundreds of little ones. One little boy was coming off the line. I said to him, "What did Santa say to you?" The kid said he told me to keep moving. Winston, what did the kids ask for mostly?
They asked for everything under the sun.
Mm-hmm.
I asked one little boy what he wanted for Christmas. He said he wanted a baby sister.
And what did you do about that?
Well, I looked over to his mother to see if he was going to get a baby sister.
Uh-huh.
She shook her head no.
Well, there probably weren't enough shopping days left, you know. After you told him he couldn't have a baby sister, what did he say?
He said he'd take a punching bag instead.
Well, I guess to a 5-year-old boy, it's about the same thing. Winston, suppose we get a rough idea of the Christmas gift that you can expect from Tin Pan Alley this year. In a moment or two now, we'll offer your song for sale to the nation's publishers. Well, Winston, it's good news time now. We're ready for business. Here to help you make your official debut in the music industry is the very bright radio and TV singing star who last year made the record business jump with a version of If I Knew You Were Coming, I'd Have Baked a Cake. It's a hot seller right now, a record on Cora label called Cry. So, panel, ladies and gentlemen, here's our first amateur tune in search of a publisher, Winston Tharp's Playing Games with Me, is sung by Eileen Barton.
you want the moon, go climb a tree. Take your dreams and say adieu. Play Ring Around the Rosie with somebody new. Your heart ain't worth a nickel. It isn't my Valentine. It isn't worth a nickel unless you're really mine. If you're only playing games with me and nobody else will do, till London Bridge is falling down, I'll be falling for you. To be my Valentine. It isn't worth a nickel unless you're really mine. If you're only playing games with me and nobody else will do, till London Bridge is falling down, I'll be falling for you. Oh, I'll be falling for
with me by Winston Tharp. And now let's see what our panel thinks of it. We'll start with the man who sings a good song and has written a lot of good ones, Mel Torme. Mel, how'd you feel about that one?
Well, Steve, it's got a very kind of a folksy flavor to it. It's kind of a tune that would probably sell real big at Hess Brothers Valentine. It's got
a little western feel, huh?
Kind of a western feel to it. And also, I think it's a very excellent tune for this reason, that a lot of nursery rhymes like London Bridge is Falling Down have been incorporated in other songs before. I think possibly a little more successfully in this tune than many that we've heard. I like it very much.
That's fine. Eddie Wolpin, you're a publisher. What's your reaction to it?
Well, I think it's a rather good attempt by Mr. Tharp, and the song has a great deal of merit. I like the melody very, very much. He has a basic good subject matter. I noticed some of the lines are rather cutie pie-ish, you know what I mean, with little touches here and there. I think it'll evolve into a rather good song.
Encouraging opinion. Morey, how do you feel about it?
I think it's real cute. I think it's got a real good beat, and of course I'm partial to songs about kid games and stuff anyway, because I love to play. Even today I play post office. Of course, the way we play it now, it's no longer a kid's game, but it's a cute tune. I like it. Got a nice bounce to it. Incidentally, I was trying to follow the lyric, and the typewriter must have had a dialect. Because it says, play Ring Around the Posy with somebody new, your heart is too fickle, and it says it isn't worth a kickle. It sounds like a new kind of rye bread. What is a kickle? I like it. I think the song has got a good chance. I like the beat, and of course, Mr. Bloch's arrangement, as usual, is real great.
And Eileen Barton.
Oh, Eileen, really great. That's how Mr. Bloch lost all of his hair, bowing that way. Kept hitting it on music stands. We like it. I think we're agreed that it's a good tune.
Well, those are three very encouraging opinions, and I'm sure that Mr. Tharp must be very happy to hear them. We hope that he has good luck.